I'm Stephen. We're at Bristol HiFi Show 2020 and we are predominantly exhibiting our new PhoenixUSB reclocker. So we have two on show at the moment for some A/B comparisons, and the principle behind this is it'll work with any USB source. This isn't just an Innuos exclusive. It can work with your other server, it can work with a laptop, whatever it is that you maybe have, as long as it's USB fed. You connect it into here directly by USB. We inject and regenerate a new signal based off a new 5-volt thread from a statement level linear power supply with an Innuos cap. It then gets processed again by a 3 parts per billion accurate OXO clock, which again receives its own linear power supply in close proximity for an incredibly consistent and stable performance. We track it straight onto the custom audio board, again with incredible proximity, so there's no loss of fidelity, and then we output the signal again. USB in, USB out, A to B, A to B. So you'll need another one of the similar cable that you already have, but it's nothing particularly clever or proprietary. It's just another AB. So in this particular case, we're using Cord Company Epic USB, two the same, both 1 meters, and then that goes straight into your DAC. The end result being that your DAC will just get a far better defined digital waveform that can then create the analog interpretation much more precisely. The idea is that, although it's a little bit of an easy example to use, it's somewhat analogous to Morse code, and obviously in something like that, timing is crucial to interpretation. The more you can improve it, the more reliable the outcome will actually be. It's not actually a totally different situation that we're in. There's no upsampling, there's no sort of rescaling, nothing like that. We're just resending USB, and that alone makes very revealing differences, even through a headphone setup in quite a noisy environment like we have here, going into a Cord Hugo TT2 and using the Dan Clark Aeon closed headphones, and it's getting very good reaction so far. Yeah.
I guess one thing, Stephen, is that people don't really realise how important USB is.
No. Well, there's a lot of determining factors. The whole product lineup is based on tackling the problems in a logical order. So power noise is the big one, which is why we have that as more of a scaling feature to our product range. Once you've perfected some of those problems and other things like CPU noise and things, then you can really reveal the benefits of introducing even more comprehensive stuff like clocks. So it just goes to show
and also
how much.
Perspective, it's modular, so you can buy it as an additional unit for your
Yeah. I mean,
Zen Mini Mark III.
It's an important point. So not only will it work with other USB sources, one important thing I should mention is that so much of this is derived from our flagship statement. Well, okay, the statement is, not exactly an accessible product for absolutely everybody, and we don't want to leave our existing Mark II or Mark III customers behind who might have a Zen or Zenith. It's quite a big step up to get towards the statement, but what we can offer is something like this, which is far easier to put straight into your system without having to swap your entire server system out. So it can still give a new lease of life to the HiFi that you already have without having to completely change everything over.
So it's got new feet on it as well. Is that any design consideration with the feet?
Same design as what we basically put on the statement, I understand. So you still have these quite large, quite sizable feet underneath. You'll notice the front two are positioned underneath the power supplies, and then we have a third middle one at the back by the outputs, because the tri-foot design always works best. So again, not too dissimilar from what we do with the Mark III range. We actually place one under each kind of key pressure point, which is quite sensitive. It's just the same approach again with the Phoenix.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us.
No, thank you for coming by.
I've got to be honest and say the differences were decent with the system I've mentioned. A bigger soundstage and deeper bass were the most obvious characteristics. I think that you can only expect so much of the PhoenixUSB reclocker with these kind of relatively modest headphones though. Nothing really against the headphones themselves, I just think this reclocker will perform better in a more resolving hi-fi system, a pricier system. I'd expect and hope it would so. I've asked Innuos for a demo unit. You can only but ask, and hopefully watch this space.